So if you're just learning card magic, you've probably been told to just practice the overhand shuffle and then move on. And that's a huge mistake. What if I told you that the overhand shuffle can be used to secretly control the top and the bottom cards even while appearing totally fair? This small shift changes everything because controlling key cards is what separates sloppy dealing from sleight of hand magic. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to retain that top card and the bottom two cards using nothing more than the overhand shuffle and a few sleight of hand controls that you already know if you've been following along on my card magic journey. So let's go show you what it looks like here really quick. And after I go through the technique, then what I'll do is I'll actually break it down for you and show you what how to actually do the technique. So okay. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna take this top card, we're gonna turn it over. So we have a 4 on top, and our bottom two cards we have the 8 and the 9. So we'll put the 8 and 9 like this, and we'll put it like that. So that way, if you look at it, you can see the cards. You can see them actually moving. So the 4 is on top, and then on the bottom we have that 8 and 9. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna start in an overhand shuffle position. We're gonna pinch the deck together. So that way, if you look, I'm taking the top card and the bottom card, and I'm putting them together. That second from bottom card is still here at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so remember it was 4, 8, 9 was the order of those cards. And again, all we're doing here now is we're just pinching. We're running the top card. Okay, you guys know how to run a card, right? Okay, run the top card. But while I'm doing that, I'm actually holding with my fingertips on the bottom card. So when I do that now, the bottom card just pulls out. And when I do it together, they're going to come in and fall together. And make sure when you do that, that you're not making a big clacking sound, that means that you're pushing too hard or whatever. All you're going to do is just going to slide it out, overhand shuffle the cards on top, all the way down to that bottom card. So the second from bottom card is now back on top. So remember the order was 4, 8, 9. Now we're at 8, 4, 9. Okay. And here's the trick now, or the secret is when I do this again, okay, I'm taking that top card, the top card falls down, the bottom card falls underneath it, dealing it off, okay, and we're going to retain that back to the same order. So there's our 4, there's our 8, and our 9 are at the bottom, okay. So all we're going to do is just run it through, 1, 2, 3, 4, there's our top card, run again, and bring that card back to its original position. So that's 1 shuffle. And this is our second shuffle. Okay. So again, 4, 8, and 9. Okay, so just remember that you're not really randomly mixing the deck, and that you're actually stacking the deck in your favor. So, whether you need to retain the top and bottom cards or whatever cards, you can kind of use this technique different ways, but this is how we're learning to do it. Common mistakes is not stripping only the top and bottom cards during steps 1 and 2. That's going to break control, and it's going to shift your position of your key cards. So, another common mistake is not running the last few cards and making sure that that last card drops on top. So, coming through, and all of a sudden you're like, boom, you're like, shit, my card, oh, you're like, oh, my card is there, and it's one off. You can fix that. A variety of different methods, and hopefully we'll cover some of that in the future, how to fix that. But the last thing is, making it running too fast. You're making the method look suspicious. You're going way too fast, and it, that's where you mess up, but also makes it real suspicious, and like you're trying to hide something. To check if you're doing it right, again, I turned the cards up. You can also just glance at it if you have a good memory. My memory is not the best, so I like to turn the cards up there and then face up here, so that way I can see, that everything turned out the way it's supposed to. And you can do that the more you do it. You know, you can start doing this without looking at your cards. And then when you get done, you can look and there we messed up. So that's a great example of why we need to actually look at the cards when we're doing that. So we're just going to pull it in. 1, 2, 3, and come on, Joe. Come on. And we got it down. And this shows you the journey here, everyone. Hopefully, eventually, we're going to get to the point, and these, like I said, are brand new cards, but hopefully we get to the point where we don't have to keep on looking at the cards, and I don't have these simple mistakes that we're doing here now. And I'm sure what's happening now is it's just a simple adjustment to the technique that will make all the difference in the world. So for example, right here is an adjustment you can make. If you notice that one I was having problems with, my finger starts sliding up towards the top of the deck here, and when you get to the end doing your running, it makes it hard to run those last couple cards. Whereas if I can keep my hands a little bit further down on the side of the deck, so down towards the center side of the deck, it's going to be easier to run those cards at the end here and pull that card on top. So anyhow, over time you're going to start developing little tricks like that you can use to make things smoother and easier to do, so that we don't make those messes up. And you know, and your shuffle might look clunky at first, which is totally normal. I'm going to look at the way mine is looking right now. It does not look pretty, but it is what it is. And you know, this is our first real shuffle that safely shifts their positions. You might be wondering, you know, hey, why do I need to do 2 shuffles? Remember that our cards were in here so that they were the 4 is on top, 8 is on the second from bottom, 9 is on the bottom. We need to do 2 shuffles because the first one is going to put the top and bottom together, and we're going to, you know, do that shuffle. And then the second one is going to return the bottom 2 to the proper order, and we're just going to run these off to get that top card to the top then also. And that one is a lot smoother now, you know, without me even thinking about it. You know, so this is how you do the practicing every single day. Okay, and the more you practice, the smoother and the easier it should become when you're doing the techniques. Here's going to be a updated practice session again. So what we're going to do is our practice session here is overhand shuffle 5 sets. You know, do your overhand shuffle practice 5 different times, and then you're going to do 5 times where you're running those top 5 cards. Okay, you can do 5 times where you do an overhand shuffle run 5 middle cards. And then finish off your shuffle. That's for 5 sets. And then you do 1 full set where you're dealing through the cards face up, the stud method. Okay, and then you do 5 sets. We're going to take that top card to the bottom, and you bring it back to the top then. Okay. And then you're good, that's option number 1. Then you'll do it, run to the bottom, and you do option number 2. Okay. And then you're going to do controlling the bottom card for 5 sets. Okay, so controlling the bottom card. And then you're going to do 10 of the one we just got done doing here, where you're bringing, you're controlling the top and the bottom 2 cards. Okay, so you do 10 sets of those. And then, you know, after each time you do the shuffle or the practice, make sure you do a glimpse or a verification just to check that the cards are where they're supposed to be. In the next video, we're going to learn how to do the overhand shuffle with an in jog and an undercut. and that's what we're going to add to our card magic journey here. And that's going to be a very useful technique for future sleight of hands, future card controls, and future false shuffles, if you will, that are coming up. And everything is done with precision and control. But hey, I want feedback from you guys. Let me know how these videos are going. Drop in a comment what you're thinking right now. Remember, this is a journey for us. I am a beginning card magician. We are learning here, and I do want you to know that this is not all perfect. We are going to make mistakes along the way here. Not everything is as polished as all the other magicians out there are showing you what it is. I'm showing you the real thing here. I'm showing you transparency. I'm showing you the way that it actually is. And a lot of times it's even a lot worse than what I'm showing you. So just remember it as we go forward. But check out the playlist there. That'll bring you and show you my card magic journey from the beginning to where we're at right now. But until the next video, my name is Joe. This is my card magic journey. Let's make it yours too.